So what we're doing today is lesson 2, the introduction to command line and bash. So we have our file is here, and first thing I want to do is go to the terminal, and we're going to make a folder for the class that we can put all the documents in. So you have the option, if you so choose, to clone the whole GitHub repository, but not all of the lessons have been updated yet for this year, and so probably easier than that is just to manually do it with me every day, and we'll all be on the same page. So go ahead and open up your terminal application. So my doc's over here on the left, so I can do that on a Mac, or you can also type Command spacebar, and it'll bring up your Spotlight search, and you can type terminal, and that's almost always going to be the first hit is the terminal application, and so hit enter, and it'll open up your terminal application. Now we want to make a folder for this course, so let's go ahead and I'll come back to this command in a minute, but we're going to type mkdir SIO209, and then go ahead and hit enter. And when you type ls, you're going to see all the contents of your home folder. And we'll talk about all this in a few minutes, but I have a bunch of stuff in my home folder, but you should see one, and these folders are colored by what kind of file they are in my case, but yours might not be colored. That's fine. Your terminal might have a white background. That's fine, but it's the same basic thing going on. So there's a folder here called SIO209. We can move into that, and yours is going to be empty. Mine has some stuff in there because I already had a folder named this. But we're going to do one more command. We can do mkdir lessons. We're going to make basically a directory structure that looks similar to the GitHub one. And at a later point, we could go ahead and clone the whole thing and have a exact copy of this on our computer. But for now, we'll just make a new directory called lessons. So hit enter, and then type cd lessons. That'll change into that directory. And we type ls. Now that's also empty. Everybody able to make those two directories and move into them like I did? Let me make the text bigger here for you. So now we're going to go back to GitHub, and this is our lesson for the day. It's a text file, a markdown file, and we're going to click on this button that says raw, and this will show us the raw file without any formatting of the markdown file. So it's just showing you exactly what the actual text file looks like, and we'll cover this, but you can still read it. It's not quite as pretty as the rendered version, but it's got all the basic elements. So we can go up here to File and click Save As, or you can type Command Shift S because you can see that, or just Command S will save that file to our computer. So it's going to bring up this menu, and we can go try to find our home folder. Hopefully you have a shortcut over here for your home folder. Find the SIO 209 folder, and then the lessons folder. This is the one we just created, and we want to just save this as the original .md file. We don't want to append the .txt, so don't append. And then we can go back to this. Yeah.
When I go to save as, I can pick Amanda, but then like I can't go within that. How did you, when you have your save as, you have a lot of ways to go through. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So the question is, when we save this as, you're not able to find the folder that we just created.
I don't have all of the options for where to
Here. Well, these are, yeah. So
like
what you can do is go to your Finder here and go to the Preferences.
Oh, wait, you fixed it.
Okay.
This is the
Sorry. Basic.
little arrow button. For expanding.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The other thing you can do is under your Finder Preferences, you can select which items you want to see in your sidebar.
Okay.
And you definitely want your home directory highlighted because that's going to be really useful. Whenever you're using Unix like we are, every time you start up your terminal, it's going to open in your home directory. So you might not be used to using that folder very much because you maybe use the documents folder that's within there, etc. But it's really useful. So you can customize that. So once you have it saved as the lesson 02.md, we're going to go back to our terminal and type ls again, and now you're going to see lesson2.md is there. And just for this is a little crash course within the crash course, I guess. So once you get there, you can type less and then lesson 02. So type less and then start to type lesson, and then you can hit the tab button, and that will fill out the rest of the name of the file because that's the only option. And hit enter, and you should see the file. And there's things you can do in this program, but once you realize that the file's there, you can hit Q, and it will take you out of less.
If it doesn't open the file, you need to have it there.
Oh, yeah. We can see.
People able to get this far?